So, what is a PhD stipend? Today, we would like to know more about this. PhD stipend is not a salary that is given to any PhD student. It is just an amount to settle down with your PhD business, PhD works, PhD financial goals. To meet all these goals, in particular, to fulfill the goals of your PhD study, a stipend is allotted to a PhD scholar, and that's not in any way related to salary, or the same amount cannot be utilized to fulfill your other purposes that are unrelated to PhD. So you have to be very clear what do you mean by stipend in PhD, why you should never use it towards your other goals. So the reason being why a PhD stipend offered is very clear to all of us just now. But otherwise, what is it exactly and who gets it? Usually, a PhD stipend is some amount of money that is paid annually to a PhD student, which is again separated and segregated into monthly, and you will receive a monthly amount to continue your PhD studies. Here, you are bound to use this money because you are a full-time scholar. You are not working anywhere outside, and all part-time PhD scholars will not receive this stipend. Again, I am telling all part-time PhD scholars are not eligible to get a PhD stipend. Only full-time PhD scholars can avail themselves of these PhD stipend. So, which means what? A full-time PhD scholar is not doing any job. A full-time PhD scholar is just researching whole of his time upon his research problem, and he has to survive. He has to survive. So, they are providing stipend. That way you can spend. Okay, there is a spend towards reaching your PhD goals. So who can join full-time PhD? Those people who are freshers, especially it is preferable, not experienced candidates. The reason why even experienced candidates can prefer full time is if you are able to like like okay, I can have strong finances behind me. I'm able to cope up with my juniors who are not of my age. If these things are not a problem, you can join into full-time PhD and get this PhD stipend, but still it's not a preferable thing for an experienced candidate or who is not a fresher. So a strong recommendation for freshers who have just completed their PG are very good to go with a full-time PhD, because the kind of respect, the kind of treatment, the kind of status that they get is something different. And if you are an experienced candidate already, and when you enter into PhD full-time, and that's going to blow you away, which will put you out of the status which you got, the treatment which you received when you were doing job. So it's purely your determination whether to enter into full time and take PhD stipend and take the status as it is, or you just register part time and do some other job without PhD stipend. So basically, PhD stipend is given to meet the expenses. And what are those expenses? Usually to pay the PhD tuition fee, mainly semester-wise tuition fee, and to pay for your food expenses, to pay housing, rent, and to fulfill all other personal, very personal goals. But this is not a salary. And one more serious thing which we would like to know about PhD stipend is it is meant to save some money, because the first reason is to pay semester fee. Second reason, very strong reason, is when you submit your thesis, you need to pay some more money to the university, and also you need to save this money for any occurrences, like for example you need to take somebody's help in your research, and there may be a situation arising to pay money to the professors or to the tutors who will be helping you in your research. So all these things will be arising where you need so many people's help. So paying money will put you on ease to get their help. That's one more strong reason why stipend uh, is very much useful during your PhD studies. If you take it as a stipend and not a salary, the moment you think it is a salary, you're going to spend it, you're going to spend lavishly, and you're going to send the same money to others or to your own family members, or of course there's no mistake in sending them in urgent cases, but casually if you are spending your PhD stipend to fulfill normal goals is not good enough. So this is what about today. I would like to just speak on this PhD stipend. Hope this small information would give you. You can comment if you have any doubts. I will try to answer here. I will try to give an answer here. But please don't join PhD for the sake of salary or for the sake of stipend. But if you have this research as a full-time passion to research, then you are able, you are good to go with full-time PhD.